What's good, YouTube? What's up, y'all? So listen, um, this video is Love Is Blind Season 3, Episode number 11, The Wedding Day. This not even gonna be a long, detailed review, cause why? There's no reason, you know what I'm saying? Things went kinda sorta how I predicted they were gonna go after watching the full season. So we pick back up with Bart and Nancy. Bart says nope. Nancy is crushed. Her family is pissed. But we all knew that's what was coming because in the trailer, they showed us her brother saying who invites somebody to a wedding and don't show up and don't, and all that stuff. So we already knew that Bart was going to say no, especially once we heard Nancy say, I do. Bart said, I don't. Try to take her off to the side to explain his reason why. Like, okay. He tried to explain his reason why. Her mother came up there. And he was like, I'm going to have an explanation for you too, but let me talk to Nancy. And then the mom went off to the side, started talking to the brother. The youngest brother just kept saying, I told y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all. I don't want to see my sister hurt, but I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. And then the mom comes to interrupt them again, and she got some things she got to get off her chest, and she was basically like, my daughter too good for you, basically, and she too much woman for you. You just not ready for the type of woman she is. So then we see the after effect, and he gets in the car. He says he didn't want to say no, but he had to say no. He's still in love with Nancy, but when he said he think love is blind, he fell in love blindly with her. But once you get to the real world where the blind part ceases, and you introduce him to your family and things, that kind of stuff really weighed heavy on him, and that's why he said no. We see Nancy. She says, of course, she's hurt, but she gonna be all right. She hurting right now, but she gonna be fine. But she said he actually told her he wanted to see if they continue to date and see each other outside of the show, and she told him absolutely not. Like, no, you just embarrassed me in front of my family and stuff. Absolutely the fuck not. No. We see of course we see Alexa and Brennan. They said I do. They said yes, they really do love each other, from what we can see. And he's gonna convert to Judaism and stuff like that because he had the I done forgot what the name of it is, but he had it on and everything. They showed him at their reception, and they excited to be married. We see that freaking Zay and Cole. They say all these wonderful things about one another. Cole is nervous. Zay is in the back with her stepmom. She's still reflecting on the fact that her parents not there and all that stuff. She looks at, when they actually get up to the altar, she looks over at the seats that were reserved for the angels, which were her parents that couldn't make it today, that's watching over them. And when they get to the part where they're going to say I do, she says, Cole, you taught me so much about myself over these last 2 months, but what you taught me is how to love myself and stand up for myself. And I say, I don't. I'm not marrying you. She said, you tore me down. You said all these things about me and everything. And like, she just put everything that he was doing on blast in front of everybody and said no. I was just like I knew one of them was going to say no. I actually thought it was going to be him, but it was her. And she embarrassed the shit out of him and walked off. He was embarrassed. His friends was like, I thought that they were in this together. And they consoled him. He crying. He embarrassed. He says he really loved her and he wanted to marry her. And then we see her saying, you know what, I didn't want to get dressed up and do hair and makeup and all that. Put on this beautiful dress to tell him no today. But after that night, last night at his apartment, how he let me walk off, how he questioned my sanity, and basically, the stuff of what he said about Colleen was still weighing heavy on me too. Like, he tore me down the whole time. He didn't appreciate me, and he talking about he want a woman that's sweet and all these things, and I have been nothing but sweet and accepting to him this whole time. Like, I had to say no, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her one bit. She embarrassed the shit out of him. She embarrassed him the way he embarrassed her when they all met up with the other couples for the first time, and the other couples were out there talking, and him and Colleen had that conversation. That's what she did. It was like get back, and that's what she did. She got his ass back. Then we seen Matt and Colleen. Colleen's giddy, but her sister's like, listen, don't you let no one else influence you. When you get up there today, you give the answer that you want to give from your heart, not influenced by anyone else, all influenced only by you and what you want to do for yourself, for your life. We see Matt telling his dad and his mom, well, actually his dad, like, he don't know what he going to say when he get up there. He don't know. But, because his instincts is telling him to fucking run. Don't do it. Don't do it. And they get up there. They talk about how much they love one another and everything. And Colleen goes first and said, you know what? I really love you. And I want to be with you. I do. 1,000%. I absolutely do. And remember, she had told him when they had that dinner at the aquarium that she wasn't sure what she was going to say. And then when he kept pressuring her, she said at this moment it's going to be a no. But she said yes. And then he went into a whole speech, and he ended up saying yes, saying he freaking loved her. And then after the fact, they was like, look at our short, stubby fingers. We're going to have short, stubby kids and all that. His mom is like, my baby, my baby. The father is like, that's a grown man up there. That's not no baby. He's not your baby. And they celebrate, and then they're actually super, super duper happy. We see Raven. We see SK first as he's walking and leaving the venue, and he's like, I'm sorry that I had to hurt Raven this way, but once I really thought about it and all that kind of stuff and how inflexible she was, and basically she expected him to continue to pay her rent and stuff while he was out there at grad school in California, and she didn't want to go out there with him. She wanted to stay in Texas or wherever while he's out there. And he has to be responsible for taking care of her while he's out there. And apparently, I've seen other people talk about it on their reviews and stuff. Apparently, SK and them got money. So that's why Raven is like, yeah, you can afford to take care of me and pay the rent while you out there in school or whatever. He said, nope, not today, not gonna be me. So I wonder, after the fact, are Raven and Bartiz gonna hook up? He has no emotional intelligence. She kind of cold-hearted, if you ask me. But they do they're physical beings. They do look good together, but their reality, not their reality, but their personalities don't mesh well. So I couldn't see it. I could see them hooking up once or twice, but for the chemical thing, but not to have a relationship. Y'all know what I'm saying? But that was Love is Blind season 3. I'm about to go watch this reunion and see what happens all on the reunion and everything. But basically how I thought it was going to go, it did go. I'm glad Zay stood up for herself, because I really thought that she was going to give in and say yes, and Cole was going to say no, but it turned out she said no and embarrassed Cole ass the way he deserved. I applaud her for it. She embarrassed the shit out of him. But let me know what y'all feel. Did y'all predictions come true? Get in the comments and let me know, and I'll see y'all in the next video, which would be the reunion. Alright, see y'all in a second. Bye.